So what is up, guys? This is Nick here from Everything Tech, and last week the iPhone 5 reached 99,000 views. Now, to put that into perspective, 99,000 views is like 4 stadiums full of people. And it had plenty of comments as well and engagement on the iPhone 5 iOS 10 review. Now, the 5S did even better than that, so we might do a video on iOS 10.0.2 for the iPhone 5S as well. But here is the iPhone 5, and you might be thinking, wow, that is one old device. But when 100,000 people are still wondering if they should update their older devices, this goes to show that many people still use an older phone. And that's why we're going to do iOS 10.0.2 review here today. So I was going to do iOS 10.0.2 when it first dropped, like last week or something like that, but I was doing the iPhone 7 and I didn't want to rush the video. So here's the iPhone 5, and I'm actually recording the audio for this video on the iPhone 5, you can see right there. But let me go ahead and open it up, and if you look on your iPhone 5, you'll see that little red icon that's going to show you that you have an update. Now, for all of you who don't update, you probably ignore this icon, but if we go in the settings here, you're going to see iOS 10.0.2 is now available for you to download. So we're going to take it around to the desk and we're going to talk about what this update's about with the intentions on helping you decide if you want to do this .0 update. Now, it is currently rocking 10.0.1, but let's take it over to the desk and find out if this 10.0.2 update is going to be worth your time. Let's review it right now. Let's go. iPhone 5, Apple A6 chipset, 1 GB of RAM. So you can see this is definitely that 4-inch screen with that stealthy black color on our iPhone 5 here. So you can see that little red indicator right there says we do have a software update to the latest out of Cupertino's camps, iOS 10.0.2, and you can see I already had went ahead and downloaded it before this video, but it was something like 35 to 40 megabytes to download this. It's a very small update, it's a bug patch, but you can see it fixes some bugs and improves the stability of your iPhone or your iPad. This update includes some audio fixes for the iPhone 7, so if you don't have an iPhone 7, that was pertaining to the lightning port and audio issues there, so it doesn't really bother you, but some photo iCloud library problems were fixed, as well as some app extensions. But overall, in each update, there is some stuff that goes behind the scenes that they don't always mention, like security and jailbreaking fixes. They probably included that in there as well as some just overall bug fixes that they don't really mention because they're not feature sets. But this is a very small update, but nonetheless, we always got to take a look and review at these updates to see if you even want to go to a dot update, because these ads on your little settings menu, but these notifications pop up very frequently lately, as Apple's been pushing out many updates really quickly to our iPhone 5s and iPhone and iOS devices. So it took about 15 minutes to go ahead and download and install this on my iPhone. Depending on your Wi-Fi, it could take longer, but the iPhone itself is not very quick here. So we are in iOS 10.0.2 here right now. As you can see that we do have 10.0.2 14A 456, which is the latest, and let's just go through it and see that there is no included features. If you want to see more on iOS 10, basically go ahead and watch my iPhone 5 iOS 10 review, which covered this baby in depth, the actual major release of the software. This is just a bug patch here. You can go check that out. I'll leave it down below in the description as well as in a card. But let's go into settings here, and I just want to take a look at a quick performance test. This is nothing scientific, but this is just going to show you how it's performing on the latest and greatest. So we're going to go into settings and come back out. We're going to go into calculator, and we're going to come back out really quickly. We're going to hop over into camera, miss that tab, come back out. We're going to go into weather, and you can see the system apps do perform pretty well here. We're going to go on the clock, come back out. We have bedtime feature as well as Twitter. Now this is where it does slow down a bit when we get into these more, let's say, third-party applications. The iPhone does tend to slow down just a bit on the iPhone 5. You can see YouTube taking quite a bit of time here, and I do have pretty fast Wi-Fi, so this is not a Wi-Fi issue on my particular device. Now you might have a better performing iPhone 5, but Mine's performing, I'm not going to say great, I'm just going to say okay. This is a usable device. You can see how long that third-party app took to load. This is a usable device, as you can see, going through multitasking, still pretty snappy in terms of just the general system. There is some hangs and glitches here and there, even in this latest iOS 10.0.2, and I don't find this to run better than it did on iOS 9. So if you guys are, going ahead and you could live without these features, I do think it did perform just a bit better on iOS 9. But the reason I update is I just want to show you how it's going on throughout this life cycle of software updates. But overall, last week I think I mentioned that the iOS 10 is worth it, which I still believe it is worth it if you want to be on the cutting edge of technology. Even though you don't have like the latest greatest phone, you could have the latest and greatest software. If you want buttery smooth performance, but you could live with the potential of less security, go ahead and stay with your older iOS version. But overall, you can see it performs pretty solid in terms of, just like I say, system updates and the system UI and stuff like that. But third party, not so much great on applications. So yeah, that's pretty much it on the iPhone 5 should you update to iOS 10.0.2 review. You could call it whatever you will. This is basically just a review of iOS 10.0.2 for your iPhone 5. There's going to be more updates coming to the iPhone 5 here in the future, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and click the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel for more technology videos like this. I will have more iOS coverage. I'll leave a card up there for the iPhone 5 iOS 10 review, and I will catch you all in the next one. Be sure to be well, and peace.